In our fifth position, the Kansas City Chiefs are now in the top five power rankings for I think like the first time this season, honestly,
Yeah, that's
or at
definitely
least
one of the first times they've
one
been
of the
here.
a few times that they've actually made it onto the top five. They've just cleaned shit up over the past few weeks. They just dismantled my Broncos, and I want to die. Patrick Mahomes is back to his usual self. The defense is playing decent enough football, and
Hmm.
they obviously have one of the best offenses in the league, if not the best offense. Shout out to Travis
Definitely.
Kelsey for if the Broncos going to lose, at least Travis Kelsey got the ball a lot to help me out in fantasy. So positives, silver linings.
Positives. Gotta look at the silver lining and everything.
Exactly.
The bright side.
One of the few bright sides. But
Few.
yeah, still number four, I have the Seattle Seahawks. They're still it's going to be between them and the Niners for that one seed or fifth seed. It kind of sucks that one of them has to play in the first round. Like one of them has to lose that division, and it's kind of a
Yeah.
shame because they're both playing phenomenal football. And I think that only backs up the claim that the NFC West might be the best division in football right now.
Yeah, and I feel like it's only going to get better based off of the future of the teams in the division. And then also, I think this also shows why they should have a divisionless playoff.
Just
It
take the
it
top
should
six
be,
from each conference.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It should just be the top 12 teams in the league,
I do like
not.
what Bleacher Report. Some people
Yeah.
don't like it, but I really enjoy most of the Gridiron Heights episodes that Bleacher Report puts out. And they
Yeah.
had what was it the clams, the something clams right now. Was it like the ball or it's something clams. So like the LA Rams are trying to sneak into the NFC East. I don't blame them because that division
Yeah,
fucking sucks. It's a
it's
shame.
terrible.
It's a shame
Nobody wants to
that
win
the
that.
one that either the Seahawks or Niners has to lose that division, and it's a shame that either the Cowboys or Eagles has to win that division and make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's kind of like bad teams are making playoffs. It's like if you're having a bad season, like
Just don't make the
I
playoffs,
thought you
man.
should have made
That's
exactly
what I'm saying.
because
It's
you're
simple.
most likely going to get ran.
Yeah,
That's the
and
main
that's not
thing
a
is you're
good
most
game.
likely going to make playoffs and get ran. And
Yeah,
I don't want to see a blowout in playoffs. I like good games in playoffs.
I
Even if
think
it's
I
my
think we
team,
all agree on that.
like even if it's my team, I don't want to watch if my team did win by 50, I'm not going to complain.
No, no,
But I'd rather watch a good game, you
exactly.
know.
I think that's
But
most of us. Number three though is the team that is ahead of the Seahawks. That's the Niners. They just had another. The one thing I didn't like is that how they lost to. You know what, Jalen? I made a mistake this week. I made a mistake.
hmm
I'll admit that. Seahawks are the number three team. The Niners. I'm just thinking. Nah. The more I talk, they're the number four team. The Seahawks are still better than the Niners, especially after blowing that game to Atlanta like that. It was not a good look
definitely.
for them. The Seahawks are a better team than the Niners.
And then also, I believe the number four team. I would even move to the number five team by their failure
Chiefs
to
over the
to
Niners.
yeah,
Ooh.
just because of their failure of that last play for that
Mm-hmm.
kick. Who throws a lateral like that?
Oh, that was embarrassing when they were trying to just make some bullshit with the kickoff, and
Yeah,
it was one of the
and
ugliest
they pretty much
emer-
threw it into the touchdown, and someone recovered it in the
yeah,
touchdown.
it was bad.
But it was only worse than one play of a team who's never even gotten close to our top five. Actually, they were kind of close to our top five at one point. The Bears,
Maybe maybe at the very beginning of the
yeah,
season,
the
maybe.
Bears. They had a lateral and they were so close to the touchdown. I think they were probably 10 to 20 yards out. And they had I think who's number 17 over there? Robinson.
Yeah,
Allen Robinson was sitting on the right side of the field, nobody near him. And they lateraled it to their fullback, and their fullback, instead of lateraling it to him so he could run the final 10 yards to the touchdown, fumbles forward
oh,
into a group of players, just
oh,
fumbles forward instead of passing it to Allen Robinson with the lateral, where he could have easily just either just sprinted to the
hmm.
touchdown, probably had to run through one person for the touchdown, but he most likely would have got the
See,
touchdown.
I love
And
a good fullback, but that's not good for the look,
yeah, it
not at
wasn't
all.
the best move.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
number two team in the NFL after this week is the New Orleans Saints. They're just damn good. They steamrolled the Colts, and Drew Brees. We'll talk about him in a sec. Setting records, dude's amazing, and the Saints. The NFC is going to go through New Orleans. in my
Yeah.
opinion.
And I think it's kind of like the NFC is the tougher team to make the playoffs. I mean, tougher conference to make the playoffs in
Hmm.
every year. But I feel like the AFC usually has like a dominant team that comes out of the
Well,
AFC every
half the
single
time it's the
year.
fucking Patriots.
Yeah, so it's like why while there's always that just the AFC is just pretty much trash
Hmm.
usually. Just getting it's usually like it's set pretty much the all season. You can usually tell who the top three seeds are gonna be usually.
Yep.
And then they get there and then it's usually one team dominates all the way through and they make the make to the Super Bowl. NFC it's like you never know who's gonna make it. You never know
It's a
who's gonna
lot more
win because
competitive.
it's a
Um,
lot more competitive.
yeah.
AFC is a lot easier route to go through.
Yeah, it is. But speaking of the AFC, the King of the Hill once again is the number one team in the league. That's the Baltimore Ravens. There's just
Oof,
no stopping them, man.
not
Every week
at
we say,
all.
like, the past 3 weeks, I think I've said the same thing about the Ravens. That they're just a complete team and there's no stopping them right now. And
Not at all.
you can't take them from the one spot. There's no argument against them being the number one team in the league right now.
You can't. They have a great offense. Their defense could be iffy sometimes, but for the majority of the time, their defense is pretty dominant also.
They also
So
just got
it's
a robot in Justin Tucker who makes everything. So,
golden leg. He missed once and then he just nailed everything
right?
last week.
But
He was like, "Oh, my bad," and just nailed
he
everything.
had one glitch and then he was back to being perfect.
Exactly. And
He's
it's just
he's ridiculous.
they're destructive.
Yeah.
They are absolutely destructive. They also led the league in players sent to the Pro Bowl, and most likely now they're going to get to play in the Pro Bowl. So we also might have a record for most alternates playing in the Pro Bowl.
Fuck. Man,
Yeah,
but I mean, the Pro Bowl's all right. Remember when it used to be good? When the teams actually
yeah,
used to play against each other? When Sean Taylor laid the fuck out of that one punter?
yeah. That was beautiful.
That was when they
R.I.P.
still
Sean
used to
Taylor.
play. Yeah, R.I.P. Sean Taylor. Back when they used to play football in the Pro Bowl. Now it's just a glorified practice scrimmage, you know? It is what it
Yeah,
is, I guess.
it's
The Pro Bowl used to be
yeah,
exciting. Now I couldn't give two shits, especially because we'll talk about this later, but the selection's kind of bullshit as well.
yeah.
But that is the top five. We have the Chiefs, the Niners, the Seahawks, the Saints, and the Ravens coming in at the number one spot.